We've got Qatari rank up ready to go. What do these weirdos want from me this time? Scree? Great Serpent lets out a high-screech squeal. It appears to be feeling anxious about something. Speak with your Carl Caltol and see how the excavation effort fares. Hopefully well. Welcome back. Stample's feeling more comfortable than ever, thanks to all those helpful supplies you and our friends from Slitherbow brought to us. Father and I have also gone diving in the depths below some 20 times now. You won't believe all we found. Indeed, my boy. Perhaps the most important discovery of all was that of relics and records confirming the interpretation of history engraved on the newly restored third stela. Our ancestors enjoyed amiable relations with these curious catfish people, and indeed did share our food supply with them, allowing them to survive the age of great famine. To their misfortune, however, they were a stubborn folk. When they refused to worship the deities of Ronka in favor of their old gods, they were driven from the land. Whether they still live on in some far-off land, none can say. Poor catfish people. If we ever meet someday, I promise I'll be your friend. At any rate, we have explored all there is to explore in the third stratum, meaning that it is time we ventured further below. Unfortunately, we find ourselves in a bit of a bind. My most trusted scout, Tawaro Monol, has yet to make a full recovery from her ailment. On the contrary, others here in the Stopple have been suffering from some similarly unpleasant symptoms, even those who did not accompany Tawaro on our expedition below. I must say, I found myself at quite a loss. Might you be so kind as to accompany me as I look into the matter, Archon? Yeah, sure. Where are we going? Oh, over this way? Okay. Tawaro was on the verge of making a full recovery when her condition took a sudden turn for the worse. It pains me to say, she's not the only one so afflicted. The symptoms were mild at first, but in no time, their fevers flared up. The pain and dizziness is so severe that they cannot even rise to their feet. Medicine that Master Quinford brought from Fano has served to ease their discomfort somewhat. With more of us being stricken by the day and their conditions even ever worsening, fear will not be long until we exhaust our supply. I am loath to impose upon your generosity once more, but might you be willing to go back and procure another batch from our friends? Surely they will take pity on our plight. Forgive me for not being able to travel with you, Archon. I must stay here and help Father tend to the sick. Ruh-roh. All the Qataris are getting sick. Why? This is most distressing news. Rest assured they will not stand idly by as our Qatari friends suffer. Our remedies may serve them well. I'm happy to provide you with as much as you need. That said, to tell the truth, a similar malady to the one of which you speak has come to Fano as well. Only a few have taken ill thus far. I must say this does not bode well. To mention it, a traveling merchant from Slitherbow who was joined here just days ago had a similar tale to tell. Whatever this affliction is, I fear it seems to be spreading. Qatari, V's, and Humes alike, all stricken by a mysterious plague that spreads in the blink of an eye? In all the years I have lived, never have I heard of such a thing. Hey, bird! I hope I am mistaken, but my instincts tell me this is no common chill. I fear that the medicine I gave you will offer little more than a momentary reprieve from the pain. Do not say such things, Master Lineo. The lack of confidence ill befits you. Though it pains me, I suppose there is little we can do but ease the suffering as best we can. till we can determine what has caused this. Pray deliver the medicine to young Chakal and the ailing Katari. Should our efforts to find a cure bear fruit, we shall send word at once. Cross-species plague. Brought up from the depths. How goes Sunday, bird? Besides it being Sunday. Therefore terrible. Meat restocking day. Okay, did you bring the medicine from Fano? Yeah, they're a little concerned it won't do much though. Thank you. Your benevolence knows no bounds. But just look, whatever am I to do? Not long after you left us, Father suffered a terrible coughing fit. He's not gotten out of it since, and one by one, the others have joined him. Father believes there is a chance that we brought some ancient pox back with us from the ruins beneath the Stoffel, or that we ourselves have spread this disease, traveling to these parts from our former home. But as for the curse, we cannot... My friends, are you all here? I bring most grievous tidings from Soderbo. It's Valen. He is taken ill with the plague. He exercised the utmost caution when tending to poor Toral, but to no avail, for the disease has stricken him too, and with great vengeance. Mr. Valen too? Indeed, I fear that it is none other than he who, albeit unwillingly, carried the pox back to Slitherbow. It is true that the V's of Fano too suffer from this frightful affliction. A great plague threatening to claim the lives of all who call the Great Wood home. I shudder at the thought. You have no choice. From today, all Qatari who will still stand will devote every waking moment to ingestivating the disease. I don't think my cats really play with bottle caps. They like things that are like ring-shaped, not... How did I get paint on my leg? Whatever. In Father's name, I hereby suspend the extrication effort and... Scree, scree, scree! Serpent, it speaks. My gods, ancient and true. Put away not your shovels and spades, young Carl. The excavation must go on, for verily so spake the divine protector of Ronka. Aye, many a prayer have I offered to the great serpent on behalf of the ailing. Today my prayers have been answered. Have been heard. Through me, Dwaddle's own blood, the divine protector shall lead you to a cure for this frightful plague. Trust in it, in me, and the suffering of your peoples will soon come to an end. Scree! Master Quinford, great servant of Ronka, of course you speak true. Your father is right, and we Qatari are responsible for the spread of the disease. Then the answers we seek might yet be found along with the undiscovered stela. After all, if this is indeed some ancient pox, it stands to reason that our forefathers left behind some record of it. Record that may well shed light upon its cause and its cure. With poor father bedridden, it falls to me to carry on the dig. I will find the stela and save our people, even if I must do it alone. Your bravery is most admirable, young Chakal, and yet, even with the divine protector watching over you, the tunnel's not too dangerous for a child. I'm no child, Master Quinford. I've lived 3 whole years, and in just these recent days have accompanied Father into the depths time and again. No one's better prepared to search for the Stella than me. You got it, kid. Just all over the place, just underfoot tripping you. Yeah, that sounds about right. Thank you, Archon. A vote of confidence from you means the world to me. Mark my words, I will get to the bottom of this. Such courageous words spoken from one so young. Sir Cottle, you truly are a shining example for all of your people. Worry not for your dear father. Archon will see that he wants for nothing while you are exploring below. Go in safety, and know that we pray for your success. It's not simply for the future of my fellow Qatari that I must find the next Stella. It is for your father, for Valen, for the V's who suffer in Fano. For all those who call Riktika home, I must succeed. Let the X-Vacation begin. Sometime later. Definitely not a child. Just found something. You returned, my friend. Thanks be to the great sir. What's this? Do mine eyes deceive me? You return alone? Indeed. On all our previous X-Vacations, an avatar of the Great Serpent, clad in a suit of armor, arrived to welcome Father and I into the Stella's resting place. This time there was none to be found. Inconceivable! The Great Serpent forsaking a descendant of Ronka in their time of need. Indubitably, the Divine Protector moves in mysterious ways. But worry not, my friends, for I was able to look at the Force Stella myself, and thanks be to the Divine Protector, there was barely a scratch or scrape on it. Yes, using the tools and techniques you have supplied to us, I do believe we will be able to raise it to the surface in pristine condition. Remarkable! Truly you are a paragon of Ronkan industriousness and ingenuity. Now, do tell, did the stone provide any new insights that might help us fend off the plague? Master Quinford, you'll see for yourself once you raise it to the surface, but let me tell you what I saw with my own eyes. Pictured providently in the center was none other than the Great Serpent itself. Atop its head sat a gloriously large and fluffy green mass. Before the serpent, a man in Ronkan garb raised his hands in sheer jubilation. Glorious! This is incontrovertible proof that the Divine Protector guided our ancestors to enlightenment, just as it guides us today. Sadly, Father is in no condition to share with us his thoughts on the carvings, but no matter. With the Stella in immaculate condition, I am confident my interpretation is the correct one. Yes, there can be no doubting it. With a mighty scree, the Great Serpent did bestow upon the Ronkan people a giant tuft of grass-green fluff, which cured them of a dreadful pox. No doubt it is to guide us to this very knowledge, the cure that would save our people, that the Great Serpent appeared before me. Glory be to the scree. Yeah, sure, that one. Truly, the Great Serpent works in mysterious ways, but there can be no doubting that what happened here today was none other than a divine miracle. If I might be so bold as to expand upon your insight, young Jakarl, I believe I can identify precisely that miraculous object which the Serpent did carry on his blessed plate. Verily, this can be none other than the greatest blessing of Riktika, Ronkan moss, which grows so verdant and flush in our forest home. If I recall from my studies, Ronkan moss can be harvested from numerous sources, but in particular from a species of turtle found in the Red Chalice, upon whose shell it grows in great abundance. Archon, ally of Ronka, you have my word that this is the last time we'll impose upon you. Might you be so kind as to go forth in search of the moss that will save my people? Splendid! And I, young Jakarl, will make for Fano. The V's will doubtless have insight to share on how to brew the moss into a proper elixir. I am deeply obliged to you, my friends. I will tend to Father and pray that his condition has not worsened in the meantime, until we meet again. We have got the plague. Fortunately, there just happens to be a cure, just, chilling out on some turtles. Once we fly all the way to the turtles. Where are you? How do I get there? Ah, I was up against the border. Okay. But I want to go higher. Dude. Game won't let me fly. It's a red chalice. Okay, let's go catch a turtle. Oh, sorry, a tortoise. Why is it in the water then? Really? Do you know Lahi? Oh, hey, look, we caught a turtle. Tortoise. So Mittens is training for the Trip Olympics today, I hear? It's like the Olympics of tripping for cats. The Trip Olympics. Just excited about there being groceries? Did she just assume every grocery trip involves cat food? You can't convince me that that cat is not running around your feet going, "What'd you get me? What'd you get me? What'd you get me? What'd you get me? What'd you get me?" Hi, Basil. You. How'd I do? Did you find the moss friend? Oh, please say you did. It's a new record! Now go ahead and throw something at doctors while you're... Splendid. Splendiferous. Why, it looks just as it did on the Stella. You must prepare the medicine at once. The floor doesn't want to be friends. Stop trying to hug it. Following the method illustrated by the carvings on the floor stoa, the stewards brewed an elixir from the ronken moss and distributed it to their ailing friends. Before long, the symptoms eased, and a brighter mood returned to the stopple. No longer lacking for manpower, Hrothgar and his friends built a workshop where the medicine could be produced in large quantities to be distributed across the Great Wood. Some time later. Reports have it that our friends in Slitherbow and Fenno are well on their way to making a complete recovery. All of Riktika truly is in your debt. Hrothgar, I have no words to express my gratitude. I'm sorry I don't make the rules. You get into the cardboard box, you take a nap. The cat way. That or you bite it. I guess you could bite it too. You have my gratitude as well, Archon. We must not forget the great serpent who guided us to the cure. Speaking of which, where did he go? It is not our place to question the workings of the divine, my boy. No doubt it felt its role here was done, and returned to a place where only the gods know. Does that mean I'll never see it again? Scree! No, you'll just hear it. Did I hear what I think I heard? Yeah, Chaos, you have 6 days to catch up on a kid. Serpent returns to us. Perhaps it was watching over from behind the Stella all along? Doubtless so, Chakral. The Great Serpent truly does work in mysterious ways. And so it was the Qatari reclaimed the history and knowledge of their forefathers. In so doing, played their role in returning peace to the Great Wood. Justice foreseen by a certain prognosticating priest. All was according to the Great Serpent's plan. Or was it? Scree? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hey, Starstream. It's a snake, but yeah, super sus. It's a tiny snake. Ah, Archon, I cannot thank you enough for all you have done on behalf of my boy. No, on behalf of all the stewards. We will be pleased to know that we have succeeded in producing the mossy brew in large quantities. Any fears of a plague sweeping through the Great Wood are well behind us. Did you ever find out what caused the disease, Father? It's difficult to say for certain, but I do have a theory. Plants, blossoms, and trees abound in the Great Wood, all possessing their own seeds and spores, some of which can be quite poisonous. Lesser poisons exist as well. In that case, one might build up an immunity if one lives for long enough in their presence. At the same time, different areas of the wood are home to different flora, each bearing their own poisons. So when living for 150 years away from this place, you say we have a different immunity than our friends in Slitherbow and Fenno? Precisely, my boy. More precisely, we carry an element of the poison within us, and it is this which protects us from their harmful effects. The downside of this, of course, is quite clear. These poisons are carried to a new place, where others are not accustomed to them. The self-same thing that protects us from their effects can have harmful effects on others, just as the poisons our own bodies are accustomed to can harm us. So, this sickness, it was our fault for coming here? Perhaps, and perhaps not. You're not the only ones who traveled here when the path through the Ravel was opened. We Qatari, the creatures of the forest we saw on our way. Doubtless, the spread of pox was inevitable. And besides, coming here, we have rediscovered a powerful elixir fashioned by our forefathers. One that we might use to prevent any further outbreaks of disease amongst those who call the Great Wood home. So the rat people brought a plague? Wow. Wow. Looking back, I suspect that matters such as these were a source of great consternation in the days of the Empire, when peoples moved about the Great Wood often and in droves. No doubt this is why it was the Ronkins who discovered the cure, the guidance of their divine protector, of course. The same divine protector who remembers well the events of those days and led us back to the remedy it had shared with our forefathers so many years ago? Our stella has been reclaimed, and with it, another piece of our heritage. And yet, the Qatari did not do this alone. You, ally of Ronka, your friends Quinford and Valen, our allies among the V's, all played a part in making this day happen. Given our people's mutual histories, it is perhaps fitting, wouldn't you say, Chikro? Indubitably. At long last, I understand how people must have felt in the days of Ronka, when our peoples cooperated and lived together in civilization. Civilization. That's the... The wisdom our forefathers has saved us today. But we must not rest easy. We must continue to learn and record our experiences, that our own wisdom might serve those who follow in our footsteps. There's still much that I would study as well. Pray come back to visit us, my friends. I would be happy to share with you all the wonderful things I am sure to learn. After all, while the serpent with the hat has gone off somewhere, the helmeted one remains with us. Surely, this is the sign that there's still much to explore in the tunnels below. After all, why would it remain with us if there were not additional pathways and passages through which it seeks to guide us? Oh, I can hardly wait to see what may yet be unearthed. Okay, gonna be a little bit before I can get to that. Because the last reputation takes like 10 days. Sworn. More embodiments for the Great Serpent have taken up. Pleased with the Qatari Stellae. Wider selection of wares. Okay, now that I'm no longer point capped. This is a repeat, so we can just hand this in. That's what ails the forest, and then we have one new quest today. Good day, Madam Archon. You look to be the well-traveled sort. Have your journeys taken you to the Great Pyramid of Uxner? I ask because one of the noble V's told me of the owl statues housed within the pyramid, equipped with deadly traps meant to deter even the most intrepid grave robbers. On hearing this story, I was struck with inspiration. I realized these very ruins could be equipped with such measures. Our surroundings are positively lousy with vicious beasts. A few clever traps would go a long way to set everyone's mind at ease. Could I trouble you to assist me in making them? I've designed a device which makes use of the potent energy stored within the pearls of the shellfish dotting mule's tears. While fishing them up from the depths may seem a daunting task. Use fruitworms as bait, and you'll be done before I even have a chance to miss you. Okay, that's fine. Imagine missing me. What do we got? We got the flute. Already got you. We've got you. Okay. Where's the flute? Oh, I see it. There's our flute. We can now summon. Great vessel of Ronka. just gonna go ahead and ride on a barrel with a snake in it. This seems sensible. Totally normal. Nothing to worry about. Ah, they're doing the actual quest. There's a quest that you have to fly around and like use the scree near in order to motivate them or something? I forget the specifics. Don't worry. Where we need with fish. Oh, hey. Probably gonna need to buy some more fruit worms. Come on. And there's that. You there yet? You're back. Do you have the materials I asked for? Please see us. I can feel the fiends encroaching further at the moment. Ah, yes. Dangerous and breathtaking. With these, I'll fashion an arcane scarecrow that is as lethal as its visage is menacing. Mustn't make it too bone-chilling, of course, lest Magic Carl soil himself in terror. Ha! Okay, that is Qatari rank up and the dailies.